On the run of the first in the Tattersalls Ireland Champion Novice Hurdle. In the centre, Let's Dance disputes the lead with Outspoken on the inside. Death Duty is third, and then close in behind them, the Nipper towards the rail. Bacardys, Finian's Oscar, and on their outside is Kemboy. They're being followed by Run for Dave and Blueberry is the back markers. They make their way on to flight number 2, which will take them on the approach to the straight. And it's Let's Dance and Ruby Walsh with Kemboy moving up on the outside, David Mullins. Outspoken is on the inside with Death Duty, and in between horses the Nipper. On the rail is Run for Dave, being followed by Bacardys, Finian's Oscar on their outside, and 2 lengths to Blueberry, who's the back marker of the 9. They come off the bend and begin the run now to flight number 3, which will take them up in front of the stands. And Let's Dance, Ruby Walsh in front. Kemboy, David Mullins second. The Nipper, Gavin Sheehan disputing third, with Outspoken, Mark Walsh on the inside. Death Duty and Brian Cooper with Bacardys and Patrick Mullins, and on the rail is Run for Dave and Jack Kennedy, Finian's Oscar and Robbie Power, followed by Blueberry and Paul Townend. They race up to pass the judge with a circuit to go in the Tattersalls Ireland Champion Novice Hurdle, and it's Let's Dance and Kemboy. 2 stable companions, 2 lengths in front of the Nipper. Followed on the outside, Death Duty. On the rail is Outspoken. Then comes Bacardys, Run for Dave, Finian's Oscar, and Blueberry is the back marker. They go to the flight to take them away from the stands, and it's Let's Dance and alongside Kemboy. Followed then by the Nipper, Outspoken on the inside. That quartet are followed by Death Duty, and alongside is Bacardys. Run for Dave is on the rail. The final pair of Finian's Oscar and Blueberry. Just over 6 lengths cover the field as they go to the flight before making the descent to take them downhill on the far side. Let's Dance and Kemboy. These 2 in front of the Nipper. Death Duty's on the outside of Outspoken. Bacardys is next. Finian's Oscar on their outside with Run for Dave on the inner, followed by Blueberry. Continuing the descent down towards the next flight, Let's Dance and Kemboy. They're going along stride for stride, a couple of lengths in front of the Nipper, who's third. Outspoken 4 on the inside, with Death Duty next, followed by Bacardys, Finian's Oscar on their outside, and they're being followed by Run for Dave and Blueberry. So they're making the turn to race right across from the stands, where they've got just over a mile to go. Let's Dance and Kemboy on the outside, followed by the Nipper, Outspoken and Death Duty. Bacardys, Finian's Oscar, being followed by Run for Dave and Blueberry. Right across from the stands they come, less than a mile to go. Kemboy on the outside of Let's Dance, being followed by the Nipper. Then comes Death Duty on the outside. Outspoken runs the rail in 5th. Finian's Oscar improves a place to 6th. Bacardys next. Run for Dave and Blueberry. Jumping this flight, 5 from the finish. And in front is Kemboy. Let's Dance the inside, followed by Death Duty, the Nipper and Outspoken. Finian's Oscar is next, followed by Bacardys. And then comes Run for Dave and Blueberry. As they jump this one, little to choose between Kemboy and Let's Dance. They're going stride for stride. Death Duty is third. They're followed by the Nipper and Outspoken. Finian's Oscar just behind them. Run for Dave, Blueberry and Bacardys. Racing across now with 3 left to jump. Let's Dance on the inside of Kemboy. 2 lengths to Death Duty, the Nipper, Outspoken, and then Finian's Oscar. Blueberry trying to make a bit of ground on the outside of Run for Dave and Bacardys. Third with 2 to jump. Kemboy in the centre on the rail. Let's Dance, Death Duty. Finian's Oscar makes ground just on their outside. The Nipper, Blueberry trying to get into it. Now they race for the home turn. Let's Dance, Finian's Oscar on the outside of Death Duty. These 3 in front. Bacardys making ground. Blueberry is right on their heels, rounding the turn for home now, and Finian's Oscar and Robbie Power come through now to pick it up from Let's Dance on the inside. Then comes Bacardys staying on with Death Duty, but it is out in front. Finian's Oscar and Robbie Power, Bacardys and Let's Dance and Death Duty 4 coming down now to the final flight. Finian's Oscar, Robbie Power 3 clear of Bacardys over the last. Finian's Oscar, Bacardys is closing strongly on the near side for Patrick Mullins. They're running up towards the finish. Bacardys on the near side with Finian's Oscar. It's another head bobber. It's gone to Bacardys and Patrick Mullins. A quick double for him. On the inside, Finian's Oscar cleared of Let's Dance and Death Duty. Another thriller.